Welcome back to the 74 Challenger restoration. Well, as you can see, I've already gone ahead and put the front grille and the lower valance on. I just got excited, kind of wanted to see how things would look out, and man, oh man, haven't seen that on there in a long time. It's really starting to look like a car again. Okay, I'll go over a couple of the issues that I've already spotted, and then we'll just start tackling them. Alright, first problem that I'm noticing is this fender gap to the hood and also to the grille. So when I slid this front grille on, there's a slot at the back for this fender, and something is binding up in there and kind of pushing it out to the side. So definitely have to work on that. And as you can see, the previous owner, when they were attempting to fix the front fender, they got in there with a grinder and they just went nuts with the thing, and they took off the top of this grill here. So that needs to be rebuilt as well. What else? Lower valance fits up really nice. It's just a matter of putting the screws and stuff back in. I need to do a little bit of work on it because there is a dent right down in there. It needs to be taken care of. This has to get raised up a little bit, but that's no biggie. Other than that, I think this is going to fit pretty good. I like the fitment on this side. If you look straight down though, you can see the gap is not entirely consistent, and it's actually in the stamping of this fender. So I'll have to tackle that a little bit, but that side fits really good. Yeah. So hopefully this will go pretty good. Okay, I've spent some time getting this thing aligned and I'm happy with where it turned out. So I got in there with my grinder and I just took off some of the excess Bondo that the guy had gobbed up into there. It was protruding a little too much, and I had to take just a hair off the bottom here, and that gave me the fitment that I needed. There's one screw behind there that holds this grill to the fender. I had to open that hole up a little bit, and like I said, other side pretty much remained the same. I did though have to move this fender forward about maybe 1/4 inch, 1/8 of an inch maybe, to get this thing to line up. Of course that opens this door gap a little bit. I went ahead and I loosened off the hinge bolts. I was able to move it forward a little bit, not much. I'm pretty much at the maximum adjustment for this door to go forward anyway. But it was okay because this gap probably was a little too tight. So that opened up just a little bit, but I need to come in here now and I'm gonna weld in some more coat hanger wire just to close it up a little bit. The bottom section is actually okay. It's just, it flares out a little bit more at the top here. So I'll probably start, I don't know, maybe I'll start somewhere around here, work it up with some coat hanger, and then hopefully that's it. So yeah, that went pretty good. Alright, keep moving along. Okay, I got this gap cleaned up, so it's a lot tighter now. Just welded in some coat hanger pretty much down to, where did I go? All the way down to here. And that fixed that gap up. I also put just a little bit of filler right up in this corner here, just to make that gap consistent as well. So door's been put back into place. I'll show you what I'm fighting with next. Well, I'll come back down here. So this is aligned now. But you can see the gap here. And then as I follow it up, it gets way too tight in here. Okay, that's much better. Push the fender over just a hair, which means it's just a hair out of alignment on this piece here. I can live with that. Worst case, I can build the end of this up when I have to repair this piece. Okay, so that gap's pretty good. It's a hair tight right up at the top here. Guess I'm gonna live with that. I don't want to start cutting into this. In fact, if I bend this up just a hair, it kind of opens the gap a little bit. So I'm gonna call that good enough. I think we have the front set. What I'm gonna start tackling next is the bumper. So there's this little plastic gap piece at the front here. Now I've already taken this one off. I'm gonna show you what it looks like though. It's these ugly looking things right here. Okay, so they clip on into there. They're supposed to wrap over around the side. And these things they're butt ugly. And the reason this was done, from what I understand, was at some point they pushed the front bumper out a little bit further. So I think what I'm gonna try and do is I'm gonna try and get that part right on the mill, and I'm gonna slot these back a little bit further and see if I can push this whole bumper back in. Looks like we only need to go maybe about an inch, 3/4 of an inch, something like that. We're gonna give it a go anyway, and then we can kind of get rid of this ugly piece, tuck it in a little bit tighter, and I'll just clean those body lines up a little bit. Does it look like a car? Does it look like a car or not? Alright, bumper's on. So you can see here. Looks like garbage. Yeah. So this gap has to get closed up. Alright. So here's inside. So my plan was to just continue with those slots, but we have to go back quite a bit. I don't know if I'll have the clearance there, but slot it all the way up to there. I'm not sure. Anyway, we're gonna try it anyway. I'm gonna take it back off, disconnect these arms from the front bumper. We'll throw it on the mill and try and open that up a little bit. Okay, for reference, here's what it looks like with that plastic piece in. I don't know how well the fitment was on this originally. Probably not very good. It would have been something like that. I guess there was a bit of an opening there. I don't know. We're gonna try it anyway. Okay, I have those bumper arms slotted, and I've just run into an unexpected problem. So as I try and slide it back, what's happening is this part right here, right where the bend is, if I push it back all the way, it starts jamming up against this this corner here. So I think what I'm gonna try, this is gonna be a little tricky, I'm gonna try and cut an angle down onto this and weld a new piece of metal in, but I can't go too far because that nut is right there. So I'm basically just gonna try and take a bit off this corner so that I can get just a little bit more clearance there. Just finished that up, so I just put a little bevel on the edge there. Not a lot, but that's as close as I could go in before I hit that nut. So yeah, I did the other side. So we're gonna throw this bumper back on, see if we get the clearance that we need in here. Okay, that looks a lot better. So yeah, you can see it's tucked right in. There is still a gap here. I don't know if maybe there was supposed to be some kind of a cover over this. I don't know, I have to look at some pictures. So there's still a bit of, well, it's not bolted down all the way, but anyway, you can see that's tucked in there real nice now. Gap is completely gone up at the top here. I took that ugly plastic thing off. This side fits in a little bit more, but I did notice there's a dent right there, so it's possible that this is bowed in because of that. So I'm gonna hammer that out. This is gonna get painted. I'm not re-chroming it, so I can hammer away as much as I want on it. Yeah, that worked really good. That little extra bit of clearance underneath here, that really seemed to be the trick. Let me see if I can get the light on it. Alright, so I was able to back it in just that extra little bit. And that's perfect now. Alright folks, we're gonna call it here. We got a lot done on this front end. We have all the panels lined up, and I think we're ready to start moving on to the next stage. There's a couple small little pieces I still need to take care of. The window rear view mirror mounts and some seat brackets and a couple things like that. But I think we're at the point now where once I get those little things tidied up, we're ready to start prepping this thing for paint. Alright, thanks for watching everyone. Make sure you like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.